All right. We're good to go. So, Casey, take it away. What questions do you have? No, I'm just kidding.
Right?
All eyes on you, girl.
Do you really want me to?
Yeah, fire away. Go ahead.
Alrighty. So, one of my questions would be, when you are signing up someone, do you sign them up typically as a coach or not?
Megan, go ahead. You want to answer that, Megan?
Okay, sorry.
No, it's okay. You're good.
Sign people up as a discounted coach, and I just let them know that doesn't mean that they have to coach tomorrow. Just because of the fact that if they do like their Shakeology, then the next month is 25% off like their Shakeology. So instead of the $140 plus tax, it's only like $105, I think. So they do save $30. And then I usually send them like a little picture that shows, it's a chart that shows you the difference between like a regular customer and a discounted coach. And it just shows you the percentage that you save. If they're a customer, I think I have maybe a handful of them, and those are just the people that are one time, like one and done, they tell you right away, or if they just want like the videos or just want the DVDs of the 21-day fix or something, and they can always turn into discounted coaches, so that's always a good thing too. So yeah, I guess I just always sign them up as a discounted coach and say like, hey, I'm signing you up. It's going to say discounted coach. That just, simply means that that's a sweet way for you to get deals, the 25% off and kind of the whole package, I guess. Okay. And then I just mentioned that I send them a reminder 2 weeks in or whatever to let them know what's going to get charged each month. And normally people are like, okay, I'd love to save $30, so I don't really think there's too much of a difference between the two besides saving money, I guess. But
well, and when I started and then when Megan started, it was just kind of pounded like in our heads that you sign people up as discount coaches. And that's just kind of the way that I was taught how to do it. So that's why I taught Megan, and that's just how we do it, because in the terms of talking about your business, those discounted coaches help build your legs. And not that I want to jump into that too much because we'll talk about that next week, but it just helps build that stability, and that's how you grow your business. And as a customer, they don't necessarily help you build your legs and build your business. But I do know other coaches in like other organizations, they sign up everybody as customers. And then once they decide they want to coach, then they sign them up as a discounted coach. Or if they know they're going to be interested in coaching anyways, then they sign them up as a coach. We kind of do things flopped a little bit. Like we usually sign people up as challengers and then reach out to them as coaches. So we kind of do it just kind of that way too. Again, like Megan said, there's not a difference in the challenge pack either way. It's just as them getting the discount. And so most of the time I ask them which they'd prefer. Most of them want the discount. So yeah.
Awesome. Do you want me to keep asking?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm asking this mostly because my mom is interested in doing it, and she's asking me a million questions regarding all this. But she's wondering, like, if she can cancel Shakeology anytime. Is there like a fee or something like that?
Mm-hmm. With like Shakeology, if she would sign up as a customer or even a discounted coach, I always send out a reminder like 2 weeks in ahead, just saying, hey, you're going to get charged for your Shakeology next month at this certain date or whatever. And I can show you that later. But if she wants to, she can delay her Shakeology. And so you just log on and you just delay it, for like a month or whatever else. And for the discounted coaches, you just pay like I think it's $15.95 now, a fee just like every month. It's kind of just like a membership into the program, I would say. So she can delay it, for a year, I guess is what I understand, as long as she's paying that $15.95. When she wants to reopen her Shakeology, she'll still get the discounts as long as she's paying for her coaching fee. Okay. If she's a customer though, and cancels it, I think she just cancels it and then would just have to re-sign up again, I guess, to get her Shakeology. So It's 10. I think it's 105, right, for Shakeology now.
And I looked the other day, like mine rings up at 97, but then I have like $6 in tax. So yeah, it ends up being about, I usually say about 120 when you include the fee.
Yeah.
So.
And you're still saving. I mean, yeah. If she does the discounted coach, and like if she wants to, she would still get or still save that 25% off on her Shakeology. But I mean, yeah, she can delay it. You can cancel it, obviously. There's just with the discounted coach, you just kind of have to fill out. Isn't it just like a paper and fax it in to cancel like your entire thing? If she wants to just cancel, her Shakeology and continue her business, she can like reopen it later, I guess. But.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling her like she'll like it.
Right.
She'll like it. But she's always just trying to cut corners sometimes. I'm gonna be like, Mom,
well, I think if she does like the discounted coach one, it actually would be nice for her because she would get that 25% off. So she would be saving the $30, so if that's cutting corners, I guess that would maybe help. But then like with that, I mean, most of my challengers, I guess, canceled their bod just because they use their DVDs a lot. I kept mine, and then later on, when you start coaching and stuff, your like on demand and everything will be part of a lead that you get, and that builds for later on. But I think, most of them, I guess, don't always save the bod. They delete or get rid of that part and keep the Shakeology and then their membership. So,
I think Abby's kind of doing this with her mom right now. Like her mom wants to buy Shakeology, but she's scared that she won't like it or she won't use it. Oh, go ahead, Abby.
Yeah, she is. And I'm like, well, that way I just signed her up as a customer because if she does like it and like wants to get it again, then I can like make her a coach because like once they're not a coach, they can't be a coach for like 6 months or something.
No, they can coach right away.
Oh, we figured this out. She can re-sign up under you anytime. She can't sign up under somebody else. We figured that out.
Well, never mind.
But the nice thing too, and not to overwhelm you, Casey, but with Abby doing it this way, when we get into talking about like Success Club points and stuff, with Abby doing it this way, rather than just getting 2 points, she'll end up getting 4 points. So, so I was like, woo! But yeah, not to like overwhelm you, Casey, but at that point.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you can sign your mom up as a customer, get her a challenge pack, and since she'll probably start with a fix, start with that. And then if she likes the Shakeology, then the next month we can sign her up as a coach, get her the discount and stuff like that. So she doesn't have to repay the, $130 or whatever for her Shakeology. She'll still get, like that discounted price with a challenge pack, and then that will help you too, I guess. So
okay.
So you can just
like info overload. Like
yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to confuse anyone.
You're fine.
So yeah, I mean, we can always sign her up as a customer if she's afraid that she's not going to like it, but at the same time, if she's ready and stuff, signing up as a discounted coach would be good for her to save that discount for the next month and stuff on whatever she wants. So,
and it would benefit you too, getting started. And
yeah,
so
she's like, I told her, I'm like, it's a program. Like to me, she's wanted to lose all this stuff for how long? And
yeah, I remember when she had that reunion and she made you work out when you were in like 8th grade.
Yes. I was like, okay, Mom, here we go. But yeah, but I'm like, it's going to make you feel better. And I'm like, this way too, like, she lifts weights and stuff with my dad, but it's not like it's different. So
yeah,
that would be good.
And your dad's a beast, so
yeah. All right. The only other question I could really, because like, I'll probably have more questions as it goes on because I'm a processor, so it takes me a little bit. But like with the coach thing, I looked at the email that I got, something about Success Club, and I read about that. So do you have to like make sure like each month you're getting at least one person signed up, or does it matter?
You are actually kind of your own coach and your own boss. So it's whatever, I mean, it's what you make for your business. So if you say, I want to reach and I want to help 5 people this month, then you help 5 people. That every time you sign a person up for like a challenge pack per se, you get 2 points for every person. And so like you would have 10 points. There's Success Club 5 and Success Club 10. And each month, if you hit like 5, so you help 2 to 3 people, or if you hit 10, you get certain like prizes and bonuses and things like that with your commission. And then like sometimes, like I think in January, I got a bobblehead of one of the trainers. You know, you just kind of get prizes and things like that. But there's no set thing. You don't have to get 5. You don't have to get 10. You don't have to get 20. You could have 0, I guess. But it's just kind of whatever you want to make it, I guess. I hope that makes sense.
And Success Club is kind of, it's what Beachbody calls is like your milestone for moving your business forward. So, you know, by hitting Success Club 5, that's showing you're helping 3 people. You're building your legs and you're just moving your business forward. So, you know, yes, they give you those incentives to hit that point, but for you too, you know, to jump on and to go for it, you hitting that mark just shows that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're hitting and you're growing and you're moving your business forward. But yeah, like Megan said, yeah, you could get 1 point, you could get 2 points. You know, it's totally up to you and where you want to take it and go from there. And I think it takes, you know, like a month to kind of figure it out. And then after that, you're all like gung-ho, like, yes, I need to get 10. I'm going for it. I'll do it. So, but this is just kind of that sign that shows that you're moving forward in your business and building. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's all I have for now. Cause yeah.
No, that's good. Those are good questions.
I had a question that somebody just asked me. She couldn't make tonight. She was just wondering how she makes money, you know, because yeah, she wants to help people. She's already helping people, but she's just curious, you know, how that kind of all works because I don't know. Yeah. So do you want to explain it or?
I think, okay. So again, like every time we talk about this, I'm like, oh, I'll watch the videos and I'll make sure to understand. But like you get commissions off of what you sell, and I think it's 25%. So like if you sell a challenge pack, I think you get, and it's 140, I think you get like
40, I think is
40. Okay. So you get that $40 commission off of that challenge pack. And then when somebody gets Shakeology, you get commission off of that. If they buy another program, you get commissions off of that. So that's kind of one of the ways that you make money. Another way is through volume and through Team Cycle bonus. And I actually do have a couple of videos that are in that checklist that we'll share with you next week for training that we'll go through and the head people at corporate like explain how the volume works. But basically it's, you know, you have your 2 legs, you have your right leg and your left leg, and those 2 numbers will cycle. So if you have like 200 volume on this leg and 100 on this leg, it will cycle like one time and there's $15 based on what your rank is. So, and again, that video explains it way better than what I can do. So we'll talk more about that volume and stuff next week. But through that cycle bonus and building your legs and getting Success Club and moving forward, it just all kind of works together. Through leads, you get commissions as well. So by hitting Success Club, you get free leads from Beachbody. So the people that see Megan in the infomercials and want to buy Hammer and Chisel because they want to look like her, they'll randomly get assigned to you. And then you get commissions off what they purchase. You can reach out to them to join a challenge group and all that kind of stuff. So those are just some of the ways that it comes around. And it's hard because I know at first, like you're starting and you feel like you're putting in all this work and you're like, okay, how am I getting paid? How is this panning out? You know, I worked so hard. I sent out 10 invites and I got one person. I made $40. It's one of those things like eventually you just kind of forget about it and you're like, okay, I'm just focusing on Success Club. I'm focusing on helping, and the money will catch up with it eventually. And, you know, yes, you put in a little bit of work at the beginning and not necessarily reap the benefits right away. But just the more you help, the more you grow, the more people keep buying Shakeology, the more you keep building your volume and so on. So I know at first it does seem kind of like, I'm doing all this and I'm not getting paid hardly, but it
I
comes.
know when I first started coaching, like I posted my thing on my Facebook wall and I had a ton of people that were like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? And I had kind of like, I started off kind of like as a high, like, oh my gosh, I have so many people that want to sign up and stuff. And they get signed up and you make money off of that part. But I didn't even understand that at first because I was just like signing people up, and it adds up and you get paid every week. And so as a teacher, it's awesome because, we get paid once a month. And so an extra like check every week is pretty nice. But yeah, like Kylie said, once you kind of focus on just, okay, I want to help 5 people this month. I'm going to go and find 5 people that I really want to help and want to work with. And like over time, it just starts building. And like, let's say you get your mom signed up and then she continues Shakeology for, gosh, I don't know, like a year or whatever. She just loves it, you will continue like to make, commission off of people that continue their product with you. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean, at first I was kind of like, oh, I made $50. Awesome. Sweet. Cause I don't know, $50 is $50, and then like after a while, like I never really checked it, I guess. Cause I have it going into my bank account. So I never really just checked it. But, the other day, I had to check it for my taxes just to make sure or whatever. And I was like, I'm actually, it's actually doing pretty well. So that's nice to have the extra income. And even back then with $50 was super nice because I could fill my car with gas and, take Aaron out to eat and stuff. So it's nice. And I think it does add up. And like Kylie said, after a while, you really get paid for what you're doing. So
mm-hmm. Cool.
Plus it's nice to get paid to work out.
Right. Exactly.
And to drink it.
Once you grow your team, that's really, and your challengers, that's really when everything starts to snowball, that momentum starts to build and stuff. So
yeah.
Definitely. Did you have any other questions anybody asked you, Megan?
I was trying to look and see. I thought there was one more. Okay, they just asked what the difference was from being a coach and being a challenger, because a lot of us post and say, we're working out, we're drinking Shakeology, we're coaches. Like, you're working out, you're drinking Shakeology, you're a challenger. It's the same thing. But I was just trying to explain to her that the difference is when I was a challenger, I guess I was really worried about myself at that point. And I was, trying to get myself, to this certain point or whatever. And when Kylie asked me to coach at first, I was kind of like, I'm not a personal trainer. This is not going to happen, But like when she talked to me about it and she was like, first of all, you're a teacher, so you love helping people anyways. She's like, second of all, you're really knowledgeable about the program already, even though I've only done, did 1 round, I think, of it. And she's like, you love Shakeology. That's pretty much it. Just share your story and results. So I was just trying to explain to this other girl that, it seems like it's the same thing, like when you post on Facebook, like, I'm a Beachbody coach, like you still wake up in the morning, you still put your pants on the same way. You know what I mean? It's still the same thing. It's just my mindset changed a lot. I went from just to myself to kind of wanting to help others. And I think, I don't know, maybe other coaches do this, but when you're like out in public, you're just kind of like, oh my gosh, she was talking to me about this. I would love to help her, just kind of like your brain just starts thinking differently, I guess. I don't know. But
no, yeah, totally. It does. Your mindset just changes. And when you post on Facebook, you go from thinking, okay, am I that annoying girl that's posting all the time, to, okay, who am I going to help today? Like, who am I going to inspire? You find out who it is that you are reaching for, and how am I going to help them today, and who am I going to motivate to push play. And in the challenge groups, I think you just take on a different role of motivating others in the group and participating. And I think as a challenger, you feel a part of the community, but as a coach, I feel like our coaching team is such a tight-knit community too, and just the friendships that we build and stuff, it's just it's just such a great environment, great atmosphere.
Yeah. But I think that was, the other thing was kind of about like the back office and stuff. And
okay.
I was trying to explain to her, we'll go through all of that next week. So the basic, like the training, the coach training that we start next week will help you so much. It's literally, Kelly did a really good job with like a checklist and everything. And we kind of talked as coaches, like, go back to when you started. What do you wish you would have known? Like, what do you wish you would have been able to just check off? Like, yep, okay, I've done that. So we made a checklist, and then each day we'll, try to hit some new things about coaching and like help you progress. We're not just going to be like, okay, go on, Casey, go coach. So
Go find people.
yeah. So.
Well, I can talk a little bit about what kind of next week will look like too. So we're actually going to start on Sunday night. I'm going to post probably at like 6:00 or so, just to kind of give you a little information about what the week's going to look like. Like I'll post that checklist and a few other things, and you will have your first little assignment on Sunday night as well. But don't worry, it's not too hard. It'll take you like 2 seconds. So we'll actually start Sunday night, and then I tried to condense it down to about 10 days worth of stuff. So there will be like 2 or 3 topics we talk about in a day, but we want to try and get you all the information, get you going, get you knowledgeable, and just get you out there and doing. And so we're going to talk about, inviting and talking with people and communicating and starting relationships, building relationships, and getting out there and signing up your first challenger and getting them set to go for that. So yeah, we'll start on Sunday. And then I think about the next Wednesday, the 9th, will be kind of our last time, but it'll just be really hands-on. And just like in the challenge group, the more you post in the challenge group and the more that you're engaged in there, the better you tend to stay accountable and those kind of things. This coaching group will be pretty much the same way. The more you're interacting and asking questions and participating, the more successful you will be. So I'm excited for it. I think it'll be good. And the checklist, you can tell we're teachers. We like the checklist.
I like checklist.
But I should send that to you, Abby, so you can see. I wish I would have had it when I started, because and even when Megan started, it was all over the place. And Abby too, I still just all over. So, all right. Well, I think we're good to go. Megan, anything else?
No, I was just looking on here. She just asked, so is it a part-time job? So I don't know. I guess I don't really look at it as a job. I just work out, drink my Shakeology, and post and try to help people. So teaching isn't really a job to me yet either. So I kind of like what I do, and I have fun doing it. So
for me, it's a hobby. I mean, not a hobby, but I look at it as that. This is like my fun time. Like, this is what I like to do, and it doesn't feel like work. And you can put as much time into it as you want. If you want to spend 5 hours on a Saturday doing it, you totally can. If you want to spend a half an hour on Wednesday night, you totally can. It's totally your schedule. And that's what's so awesome about it. It's flexible with your schedule and what you want and need to do. And it'll take a little while to get your routine down, but
yeah. Okay, I think I'm out of questions.
All right, I'm gonna